It is Monday Night Football. All right, here's where I'm at on the game. It's obviously a big one. We want them to get off the schneid. We want to win the game and move off the 2-game losing streak. But, Hugh, I'm at the point where I need them to look good on offense tonight. That is more important to me than just getting a win. They've won 8 out of 12 games without much of an offense this year. They have won 2 out of every 3. I know they're on a little losing streak right now, but they've had a good year, 8-4, leading the division, heading towards the postseason without an offense. I think it is weighing on them. Saquon Barkley over the weekend saying that the sidelines have been miserable this season, and I think it's because they know the most expensive offense in the history of pro football is not holding their weight. Hugh, I think tonight, just from my perspective, just me, it's more important to me the offense gets moving because I could look at that and say, okay, now we could build off that than just winning the game. Hugh, what's more important, the win or how they look on offense tonight?
The dub, it never changes, Joe. It's the dub. The dub is the most important thing, man. You got to get the win. This team has been real in the last couple of weeks. The fact that, the wool has been put over our eyes. You know what's funny is that until all of this happened, I mean, we all kind of figured something was wrong, but Saquon kind of validated that, which is something that's kind of crazy because we've been told all year long everything was cool, nothing to see here. So for him to come out and say that, that's way more reality than we needed to hear as Eagles fans. That's why when they brought the accountability bunny in there and things of that nature, it just feels weird that this now is where we are. So tonight, I just need to get the dub. I just need the dub, man, because the dub cures and helps everything.
Well, it can. I mean, sometimes, and I think for some teams it does. I'm not sure if this team it works anymore. They've had a lot of dubs, and they seem like they don't like each other. Could we hear from Saquon what he's talking about in the locker room over the weekend about how miserable the sideline has been?
How do you think the energy has been on the sideline? So,
during games?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's been awful. I don't think that's like I think that's anybody, if they're being honest. We all agree on that. The most important, I think, the energy throughout the in practice and walkthroughs, meetings, been great. Now we got to carry that to game day. So all the stuff has been great. Now we got to make sure that on game day the energy's high, we execute, we make plays. The rest should take care of itself.
Allow me to be messy for like a moment.
Here we go.
Because I'm about to go with this.
I don't actually.
The breathing again?
Like, out of all the media members that we know, who do we think that is?
I'm not going to answer that.
Because you know.
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, fine. If that's how you want to be.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Like, why would I do that to that person or those people that could fit the bill?
I just asked a question. We don't have to go there. I won't say a word, but you know.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I hope the person is healthy and gets healtty and lives a long, healthy life.
I do too. But we know
yeah, but this
who
might
it
be
is.
more of a private conversation with the person. Like, hey, man, I want you to be here for a long time.
This is a private conversation.
No.
It's just me, you, and Kyle.
Well, I tried that last week, and everyone was mad when I said I had a private thought of what the offense would look like with Tanner McKee, and everyone flipped out.
Kyle.
I said I'm privately
Who you
thinking
think
about
it
I'm
something.
recusing myself.
No.
Kyle, who you think it is?
Plead the fifth.
This is your take on everything?
I'm what? This is how my mind works.
I know it is. I know
when I heard the head breathing. Never mind. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay,
I'll be quiet.
215-592-9494. What matters more to you? Now, I haven't checked the Twitter on this. I wonder how people are handling this question. Twitter question sponsored.
Win is a win.
Oh, geez, enough of that. Sponsored by the PI Dental Center. Your smile is the first thing others see when they meet. You learn about and schedule your evaluation at PIDentalCenter.com. All right, let's check the poll here. What's more important tonight? Eagles win or Eagles look good? 81% on Eagles win. 19% on Eagles look good.
I'm trying to tell you.
Here's my thing, though.
LA?
This does it. Okay.
It starts in L.A., baby.
Do you think they're going to feel good if they win a game where we all want to take a shower afterwards because the offense was so bad?
Yes.
No, they're not.
No, it's still, like, Joe, it's not going to go away, but you will take, say, because Coach Sirianni's in the mix now. If it looks better than it did last week, if there's no turnovers, you're going to find something in this offense that you're going to take a positive from. Hey, we ran for 100 yards. Hey, we got Tank Bigsby involved in the offense. Hey, he caught three passes and one on was for a touchdown.
So you're going to lie to yourself?
Well, no, I'm just giving you some certain things that potentially could happen.
Yeah.
Help them win. It might be a late quarter comeback win. Hey, man, we fought hard. We stayed in there, and we became one today. Something like that, man. Like, as a former football player, you're always groomed and conditioned to you deal with the negatives, but you take the positives and you build off of them.
I'll meet in the middle. I think you're right for the short term. I think they will act and talk positive in the post game tonight if they win the game. And win is a win. We're back on the winning side. You know, we got all that. It doesn't last with these guys. We hear it from AJ. We hear it from Saquon now. They have set a very high standard for themselves. I think part of it is because they're all great players, or they have been great players, and they expect to score points. So I just think for this thing to work beyond tonight, they got to start scoring some points here. All right, it'd also help if the quarterback has a big game. He's had them this year, made a perfect passer rating coming off their last 2-game losing streak when they were in Minnesota. Can he do it tonight? Hopefully. We're all hoping for the best for Jalen Hurts. Seth Joyner on the morning show talking about Hurts in the context of watching other quarterbacks yesterday in pro football.
Jalen's eyes and the way that he goes through his progression. I'm watching quarterbacks yesterday, okay? They look, they go to the next. 1, 2, 3. That's how fast you get off of primary to secondary to, your third option. But he doesn't do that. When he makes up his mind that A.J. Brown is getting the ball and A.J. gets jammed, guess what he's going to do? He's going to stay with A.J. and wait for A.J. to free up. And you cannot operate effective and efficiently in that manner, in my opinion. You just can't.
I mean, Hugh, he's saying what a lot of people have been saying for a long time, that Jalen has to get rid of the ball quicker, go through his progressions quicker, and make quicker decisions. And that's what I guess he was seeing yesterday, just watching the league just as a whole yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what's funny about that? We saw that at the beginning of the season. And we said it, but it was never a big deal because we talked about how everybody else's offense looked like it was more wide open than ours. And it was okay when we were winning, because that's the only thing that matters. And to me, today, that's the only thing that still matters. Now I know when we start talking about different variables and intangibles, going like different things that we need to go, the standard that we need to set for ourselves to win the Super Bowl, I know that's something totally different than what we're doing now.
Right.
But, again, it starts with L.A.
It says in the notebook.
Yes. I'm just saying, Joe, like, seriously, and I know it sounds redundant, but it's the truth. And I know it sounds crazy to people like, oh, shut up, but it's the truth. Because we've had a whole week of talking about what this team is and all these little stories and stuff starting to leak out. But they have to stay as one in that locker room, and they also have to figure out a way to get this game. And then they got to figure out a way to get the next game. And if you're looking at it realistically,
they're still not going to be right, even with a W. We've done this many times this year.
You know what the difference is? The information has changed.
In terms of
the everything, the stories are out there. You remember, like, this goes back to me to last year. Remember when we were talking about something wrong and we don't know what it is? Now, and I'm not, and listen to what I'm saying, people, because I know it's kind of hard because we just did the stocking and y'all barely listen to the clues. But let's try to listen to this.
Maybe you shouldn't have put a hot dog in there.
Listen to this, though. This has been going on for 2 years. Now, I'm not about to say – no, Joe, I'm not about to say –
I'm not laughing at you. Our YouTube stream right now says it starts with the Chargers.
No, but listen, Joe, there's been something wrong with this offense for 2 years. If you want to say even for longer than that.
Yeah.
But we don't know what it is. We still don't. Now, we're starting to get a little bit of clarity. Like, and I'm not saying it's all on Jalen. Please, when I say that, please hear what I'm saying. But he's been the constant, and I've been saying that, and people used to get mad about it. But now the Eagles are saying it because we've had 3 or 4 different offensive coordinators, and the last one we got, he's like, I'm not taking it. Like, I'm not being the scapegoat. I'm not saying he's saying that, but that's what it feels like. I'm not being a scapegoat for this. And that's where you're getting these little leaks out of the locker room. AJ said it first. AJ was talking about how the offense needs to change and evolve. Now we got to play well tonight. We got to get a win.
Well, they do need a win. I also need the offense to play well. I think I'll feel better about their chances to go win the Super Bowl if their offense plays well in this spot with Sirianni involved more in the offense now. Extra rest against a good defense. That'll give me the most hope tonight.